I didn't realize his work ethic. You always hear about Kobe's work ethic, but he was a freak of nature.
Well, there's this podcast.
And, hold on. Before that, so you know how he would, in a lot of games, he would just get so mad at his teammates, and he wouldn't pass them the ball and stuff. And so you're thinking, like, Kobe, you're so selfish. No, but he's like, I'm working. So they're coming in right when practice starts, and they leave as fast as practice gets over. He's like, I'm not going to give them the ball. They haven't earned it.
Yeah.
He's in there 3 hours before practice, 3 hours after practice, all day, every day. He's like, I'm not going to give these guys the ball because they feel like they deserve it.
Yeah.
They haven't earned it.
For sure.
Like, that was his logic behind it, and I think that's so true.
Yeah, that's correct. So going along the same lines, I was listening to a podcast with like a sports. It's this guy that works with athletes to work on their mindset, and he was on Ed Milet's podcast. I was listening to it, and he was talking about a Kobe story, and he said he had a meeting with Kobe the next day to just talk about business and stuff with him, and this is when he's still on the Lakers, and Kobe's like, meet me at 6 a.m. at the basketball gym. And so he was like, okay, I know Kobe's going to get there early, so I'm going to get there 30 minutes earlier to beat him. So he gets there at 5:30, is pulling in the parking lot. All the lights are on inside the facility. He's like, what the heck? Walks in there. Kobe's already like an hour and a half into his workout.
Jeez.
And he's been there since 4 a.m. So it's just like.
But that goes to show you can earn it.
But finish that story.
I don't know how it finished.
So he walks in and said, hey, I thought you said 6 or whatever the time was, right? And Kobe's response was, yeah, but I just needed to show up early to prove that you're never going to beat me.
Yeah,
that was his response, dude.
Who was?
I just got chills.
Another player. I don't know.
It was a different player.
No,
I thought you said Ed Milet.
No, it was on his podcast. That's where I heard the story.
Yeah,
but that was his
I remember
response.
that.
I just want you to know that I'm always going to be in here earlier than you.
You're never going to outwork
beat
me ever.
How can you compete against someone?
You don't.
I just get chills.
Yeah, you don't.
So have you heard his his math behind it? So he was talking to some kids that were in high school, and he was just talking about how you can get above, how you can get better. And he's like, most of you, like we were just talking about, will show up to practice when it starts and leave practice when it ends. So everyone's getting the exact same hours of practice. He's like, imagine if one of you for every day spent an extra hour, only an extra hour on basketball. He's like, after a year, you're going to have 365 or I can't remember how many days are in a year.
365.
365 hours more than everybody else who's going to perform better on the court. 365 hours is a lot of time
and then
of
you
practice.
add 2 extra hours.
Then you add years to that too. Times that by 10 years, you're 3,650 hours more than everybody else on that court.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the better?
Show.
Yeah. Who's going to be the better player? So
and think about in practice when all 14 players or however many is on the roster is practicing. There's different levels of practice too.
Lollygagging.
Yeah.
Being there just to be there.
There's even a story about Kobe. I can't remember what player we might have been talking about the other day, but a current modern player was getting double teamed in practice.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So it's Devin Booker.
Okay.
I'll call it his name.
Okay.
So do you know the story?
Yeah, you can share that.
No, you tell it. I
Sure.
already said. Okay. So now you hang up.
This is a cool story. I want to know what happened.
This is really. I just watched. So I'm a big fan of video essays on YouTube, and one of the video essays was comparing Devin Booker to Kobe Bryant and why Devin Booker will never. Devin Booker also has the same, if not better, God-given talent than Kobe as well. Same thing as Ben Simmons. But for some reason, he always kind of collapses in the big moments, the big playoff games. And
Jokes.
yeah, and so there's a video, whereas Kobe, that's when he would rise and became who he is known to be. So there was a video essay breaking down the difference, and the video leaked of Devin Booker in just a pickup game in a gym, and he's getting doubled by 2 people. And in the video, he's complaining. He's like, guys, we're just playing around. Why are you doubling me? Like, it's a joke. He's like getting mad that he's getting doubled in a gym. Then it switches to the same thing that on video that happened to Kobe.
Getting doubled.
Not even in practice, just a pickup game in a gym. And Kobe's response was, you guys better bring another person. Like, 2 ain't going to stop me. So, like,
It's just a different.
what mindset's going to rise in the big moments? Like, this video is brought to you by Dude Deals. We created a software for guys to make sure you never have to pay full price for anything ever again in your life. It's a really cool software that sweeps the internet for deals and sales. Imagine if you never paid full price ever again in your life, how much money you would save. Go ahead, click the links down below, check it out. We're here to help dudes be dudes and helping dudes save money. Click the link down below, check it out.